What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Real by Hometown 49ers podcast. I'm your host, JT, and my co-host, my dad.
Hey, how's it going, JT?
First one I like.
And subscribe.
Cue the intro music. Alright, so tons of news that we have not talked about yet.
Yeah. It's I know it's the off season, but OTAs happen, mini camps happen, little things, but news is news, and it's been going on. What has been going on, JT?
So first, Jauan Jennings signed a 2-year, $15.4 million extension with the 49ers instead of signing his tender, $10.5 million guaranteed.
Yeah, that's a huge jump for him, right? I forgot how much he was gonna make, like $4 million. That 1 year, I think, for the tender, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Right around there. And yeah, he signed it. I saw the video, man. The dude was happy.
Yeah.
All smiles. So, what do you think about was it good to extend him? The whole thing with Ricky Pearsall being a slot, and then now we're extending our slot running right receiver. What do you think about it?
Well, I think it's a good move just to make sure that Jauan Jennings would actually play this season because he's holding out of everything.
True, but he was a restricted free agent. He could not play for anybody else unless we traded him, which I don't think he has the power.
I don't think he could maybe hold out.
Hold out? No, he would have cost him money. He's not making that much to be holding out from a $4 million. That second round tender was the most he was ever going to make, and I don't think he would have given it up. But he was holding out for something, and that was for a little longer deal. He didn't even sign the second round tender restricted free agent thing that he had, right? He just signed a brand new deal, a 2-year deal. So congrats to him. That was great. Yeah, he's a solid receiver, and he was really coming on last year too. Of course, how many receptions did he have the whole year? You remember?
19.
19, yeah. You're right. 19, that's all you had the whole year. But he really came on in the Super Bowl for sure. And most of his catches go for first downs or touchdowns. I mean, the guy is clutch, right? So it's always great to have a receiver like that. Who knows? Maybe Ricky Pearsall is not going to play the slot. Maybe he's going to play a different role as a wide receiver. Or maybe, a little change of pace type of slot wide receiver. So, yeah. You were happy with it, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So that was good news. So Jauan Jennings sticking with us for a couple more years.
And then another wide receiver, a top wide receiver signing extension. But it's not Brandon Ayuk. It's Justin Jefferson, who signed a 4-year, $140 million extension with $110 million guaranteed.
That made him the highest non-quarterback paid player in the NFL.
Not Bosa anymore.
Yeah, Bosa was, and that lasted 1 year, and now Justin Jefferson broke the mold as a wide receiver. Jeez, I mean, usually it's offensive tackles or defensive ends, and now wide receiver holds that highest paid non-quarterback salary. So that's pretty impressive. I was really hoping the Niners would try and re-sign Ayuk before that happened because the market's always going up, isn't it? I mean, who else signed extensions off the top of your head? Wide receivers.
Jalen Waddle.
Yeah.
A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith.
Yep. One of my favorite receivers against a rival team, NFC team. Amon-Ra, yeah. There's very comparable from what I read. I didn't look at all the stats and all that stuff, but
and Mike Evans also he resigned.
That was early on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot of receivers, good receivers, and CeeDee Lamb's coming around the corner too, right?
T. Higgins as well.
He was franchised, right?
But he didn't accept it. I don't think he signed it. He requested a trade.
It's a little late now. I don't know. A little late in the game to trade one of your top players at a position. I don't know if he's going to get traded. He'll probably have to just play under the franchise tag. But yeah, a bunch of young, quality receivers got extensions. So Ayuk is just floating around. CeeDee Lamb too. Those are the two big ones that still have not signed. I don't know if it's Niners that are trying to play hardball, or Ayuk doesn't want to sign until Jefferson or CeeDee Lamb signs their contract, which raises everything, and then he could ask for more. Ayuk can ask for more then. So, yeah, that's big time. But you heard about the trade, right? I mean, heck, you told me about it. The Justin Jefferson trade that the Niners wanted to get, supposedly.
Yeah, and then you told me that they were probably just asking and just curious.
Well, that's what they say about the Niners. They'll inquire about anybody just to see what is the asking price. Is it doable? It doesn't hurt to ask, as they say. But can you imagine the Niners actually say that the Vikings don't want to pay him record-breaking money, so they say, okay, we'll let him go for a first and a fourth round pick. And then I say, okay, let's do it. And then they trade it away. And then they end up having to pay Justin Jefferson record-breaking money. Now, the Niners would do that, but then they wouldn't do it for Ayuk or give him anything close to that. So, is the Niners cheap, or are they just willing to do it, but it has to be a real game-changing player? What do you think?
I mean, it's kind of weird because we probably pay Justin Jefferson more money than Brandon Ayuk and give him more, and give like a bunch of picks.
Exactly, yeah. Pay plus also have to give up draft picks too. That's the Niners. They want to go for it, I guess. They're really aggressive, and they'll go for it as long as the player is worth it. They'll pay it. Maybe they don't believe Brandon Ayuk is worth what he's asking, but Justin Jefferson would. Well, interesting way of just looking to see how the Niners view their team and other players and the salary cap in general. Yeah. All right. What else we got to talk about?
So next, the 49ers signed tight end Logan Thomas.
Yeah, that's
from the Commanders.
He was with the Commanders, but he was a free agent, wasn't he?
Yeah, he got released.
Okay. Yeah. So what did you think about that one? That's, I mean, from the get-go of the draft, I wanted a tight end in the draft because I think we needed some kind of depth.
Like Kate Stover, but the Texans jumped right in front of us. They took him.
Oh, yeah, Kate Stover, that's right. There was a bunch of, Ben Sinnott was a good one. Theo Johnson could have been. There's other tight ends that we could have gotten, but we ended up drafting no tight ends. And that was a bummer. And then, of course, we went for that guy from the Lions, Brock Wright. Yeah, and we didn't get him either. So we wanted tight ends. We just didn't go for it. We couldn't get them. But this is something that one of the podcasters had mentioned. And I was thinking about it. I was like, yeah, totally right. I mean, if he's available, Logan Thomas, a great veteran, used to play quarterback, was drafted by the Cardinals, actually, as a quarterback, I believe in the 4th round. And then over time, he converted to tight end. So, how do you think he's going to do? You think he's going to be able to lock down tight end 2?
Not unless Latu goes crazy or Brandon Willis goes crazy. I think he's going to be tight end number 2 because the 49ers love their veterans.
That's true. Yeah.
And he's probably better than Latu and Willis. So.
Yeah, we'll have to see how things go in training camp. See if they can show up. I heard Brandon Willis had some pretty good minicamp. Looked pretty good there. And he does know the offense a little bit more than Logan Thomas since he just came in. But, yeah, I would kind of lean towards Logan Thomas getting the number 2 tight end spot. He's a good pass catcher, pass catching tight end, not great at blocking, you know. So that's his weakness, I guess, out of the two, catching, receiving, or blocking. But that's what I wanted, though, receiving tight end. A good backup, you know, during two tight end sets, maybe have two tight ends out there. Both can be receiving threats. I can't wait. I was very happy with the signing, and I don't know why it took so long.
Well, because we wouldn't have to pay the money that the Commanders were paying him. So the Commanders saved money. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
So because it was a post June 1st deadline.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
From leasing them.
That's right. Yeah. We did wait until past June 1st. You're right. Okay. All right. What's next on the agenda, JT?
So probably the biggest one is Christian McCaffrey signing a 2-year, $38 million extension.
What do you think about that one?
I mean, it's a lot of money for a running back who might not be good because of age and how much he's getting used.
That's totally true. He is aging, as all do, but he gets a lot of touches, a lot of carries, a lot of hits.
I mean, if he continues playing like this for the next 4 years, which is kind of unlikely, then it's going to be worth it for sure.
Well, I heard this is basically a 2-year deal with an out in the third year. So we can get out with, a little bit of cap hit, but doable. We could cut him after that. But the main thing is that CMC got guaranteed money because that he had no more guarantees left on his contract. He had 2 more years left. They gave him 2 extra years on top of that, and then put everything up for like signing bonus and whatnot. So it was guaranteed, and that's what he really wanted: guaranteed money. Who doesn't want guaranteed money, right?
Yeah.
But his last 2 years of his contract had no guarantees. You could have cut him, and he gets 0. So he deserved it, right? I mean, if any player deserved that type, is CMC.
Yeah.
He carried the team, carried the offense so much, you know. So hopefully he keeps in shape, which he does, right?
Yeah.
And hopefully that will try and not have him age so quickly as other running backs has. So hopefully that difference and his work ethic can make him last a little bit longer.
Yeah, in the next 4 years, it will be $62.2 million in total over the next 4 years.
A lot of it is backfilled on the contract, so most of it is on the 4th year. And if we cut him, we won't need to pay him that much. And that's how all the contracts are, right? You know, so no problem, no biggie. We had a couple of other things to talk about. Minicamp, Fred Warner was saying that the best player who looks so good so far to him was, surprise,
Leonard Floyd.
No, D. Winters. Yeah, can you believe it? Out of TCU, I believe, right?
Yeah. I can kind of believe it because I could believe he would say a linebacker. I'm not surprised he said that.
Yeah. But like Jalen Graham, the other, what was he, a 7th rounder or something? He was later. He was drafted after D. Winters, and he looked better from what I saw. Well, for what I read. So hopefully D. Winters is turning around. It's like the Ambry Thomas, Lenore type of thing. It's like, you know, they were both drafted the same year. One looked good in the beginning, and then they flip over, and then the other one looks better and does better. So, you know, I like D. Winters, right? When we got him, I was like, okay, sure, sounds like a good player. And well, we'll see. We'll see if it holds true, and training camp will tell more, of course. But it's very interesting that D. Winters was propped up by Fred Warner. So another player that I want to talk about was Jordan Mason. Now, we love Jordan Mason.
Yeah.
But Shanahan gives him very little love. So, but from what we've heard from reports is that he's catching balls too. He's improved on his receiving. He's a great runner. Don't you think this guy? This is the year. We thought last year he would come out. He would bust out,
and
right?
also Elijah Mitchell, he's playing terribly as a receiver. So and Mason's playing well. So it's said make him the running back number 2.
Okay, running back number 2. You think he could do that? Jump Elijah Mitchell? We'll see. But the thing is, like, well, even if he's running back 2, Jordan Mason, will he even get much carries? It all depends on how much the usage of CMC is going to be, right? But I'm waiting for Jordan Mason to bust out, man, because he's exciting, and he's like, what, an average of 6 yards a carry or something, and now he can catch. My God, I mean, we got lightning in a bottle, but we're just not releasing the lightning. We bottle it up, put a cork in it. I don't know. So I hope Jordan Mason has a productive year. I don't know how many yards, but just get on the field, give him the ball, give him a chance, because he's shown he can do it. He can be great. He just need to let him play. So, all right, last thing we're going to talk about. Madden cover is going to be announced in a week? 1 week, I think. I think it's a week. And
June 11th.
Now I forgot what the whole curse was. Something about injuries, right?
Yeah, or just like, I guess it's like bad luck in general. Like Antonio Brown, when he was on the Madden cover, it all went downhill from there. Stuff, so.
Yeah, I remember like a lot of season-ending injuries for the players. Like, I forgot who it was.
Why can't it just hit Patrick Mahomes? He's been on it twice, and I don't think he's ever been affected by it.
Yeah, it's true. That's why now they're saying the Madden curse was like solid for a long time. You put a player on there, they're hurt. They have a bad year, But lately it's kind of hit and miss sometimes. So maybe the curse is kind of fading away. Okay, so if there's no curse,
we haven't seen it in a while because so Josh Allen I guess got lucky this year and John Madden was the cover, so can't really do anything about that.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, John Madden. Oh yeah. Well, I read a little list of the top candidates to do it outside the Niners, but it did include one Niner. You remember the list
of Madden covers?
No, who the top candidates were for
CMC.
This CMC, yeah. So you think he's okay? So the other ones, C.J. Stroud, and there was another third one, Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
Now, out of those 3, okay, without any bias, who do you think deserves to be on there?
I think it actually should be CMC.
Yeah.
Not biased.
Yeah, it's hard to. You got to take the bias out, which is hard to do. That's why it took a while for you to think about it.
It's just the 1 year. If he does it again, he could be next year.
Yeah.
Justin Jefferson, he kind of barely got over 1,000 yards. So.
A lot of injuries.
Yeah.
Was that the reason? Yeah. Yeah, true. And CMC was Offensive Player of the Year. And he's with a Super Bowl contending team. Man, I'm nervous about the whole curse thing, but okay, CMC would be without bias. True, CMC deserves to be on there, and it might happen, huh?
Yeah, and Brock Purdy, and if I can remember correctly, they had a little teaser of who's be on the cover. Kind of, it's like a picture.
Yeah.
And the flash for the camera, I think it was red, so could mean something.
Oh really? I did not see that. That's pretty cool. You mentioned Brock Purdy. He's proven it. 2 years in a row, he's proven it. MVP candidate, winning playoff games, going to the Super Bowl, breaking records, leading the league. That's the kind of player that should be on the Madden cover. You know, forget about C.J. Stroud. Brock Purdy is a story from Mr. Irrelevant to Super Bowl quarterback. That is the best story so far, I'd say, with some bias. But I would say, yeah, Brock Purdy would be a great choice also for that. So, um, back in the day, Debo would have been a good one too. In his wide back heyday, yes, he would be. He was even popular with non 49er fans. That's how popular he was. It's just so many people that I hear. They go, I'm not a Niner fan. I hate Niners. I'm a Cowboy fan. I'm a Raider fan, but I love Debo. They love the way he plays. Hard nosed, no quit. So, all right. Um, do we have any other episodes coming up, JT?
So we'll have 6 burning questions.
Okay. 6, maybe more. Huh?
Yeah, we could do more.
We'll see.
Maybe,
Okay.
maybe 10.
Burning questions, huh? Okay, so some questions we have about the Niners moving forward, about the upcoming season, huh? You and I will think of some questions, huh? That's a good one.
And potentially the Brandon Ayuk extension.
Oh yeah, we'll do one for that one. We'll see. Most of the time they wait until training camp is almost over or something, and preseason. Let's just hope this gets done as soon as possible. If they're gonna do it soon, because we want him on the field practicing, getting to be his best for the upcoming season. So we play our best and go as far as possible. So yeah, all right, yep. So a lot of quiet time now. Minicamp's over, and we just gotta wait till training camp, which is around late July. We got a ways to go, about a month and a half to go. So, all right. So I guess that's it, huh?
Yep. Well, and that wraps up for today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and goodbye.